So the topic of today's video is going to be Code Obfuscation, 7th Cursed Ass Character Exclusive Toshiaki again. Hey, I get to do this. Code Obfuscation versus Gameplay Obfuscation, which the former I'm less knowledgeable about in terms of the legal terms, but we can still talk about it ethically, even though, it's, because there is a difference. I'm not saying that you should, unless obviously you're working with like open licenses or whatnot, or you're working with public domain stuff. Some licenses make you do that, especially if we're talking about the field of programming. We have both seconds, Takshi, strength, charisma. I'm trying to keep that in my head, but obviously not leaving your code out there is I understand why people do that. That I can understand more with, but if we're talking about in terms of mechanics and like just displaying information for the player, because I think I talked about the reason why I'm bringing this up now is because I was reminded of it when someone messaged me about something I said, and it was basically strictly the showing. I forgot what video it was. It was a while ago. I'm pretty sure it was during a World of Horror one. At least World of Horror, I'm willing to say. But again, at the same time, I think I also said, we have Ward, by the way. Ward, Vigil, Arms, Footage, Scissors. Let's take Scissors then. But I think I said that I understand if Pantstas has a reason why. This is also to the effect of graphics and whatnot, and there are arguments both ways. I've seen people in the community talk about it. I'm not going to get too much into it because, again, I'm not the most knowledgeable about the legal terms, except I do, again, working with assets as I get 2 bows, I'm just going to do 5 bows, is that sometimes you can't release anything in your game, in this case your game, even if it's unassociated with something that wouldn't be allowed to be shared. So that sounds kind of weird, but it's basically a developer. Again, this is not just Pantstas or other people who may be using certain assets, certain pieces of code, certain designs, certain engines and whatnot that do not allow them to make any part of their game, public. At least in the inner part. Again, coding design-wise, but which is, I think, is entirely different from the nice check there, which is entirely different from showing the player, because it's from the developer to the player information. So, for example, showing us the luck stat is not something that's, too far-fetched, although at the same time I understand why that's kind of hidden below, or why Pantstas would want to hide that below, if for no other reason than for flavor. So, like, because you don't know what luck is, but obviously something like, how did Pantstas program the calculation behind damage and whatnot, because then another game could come along and basically copy the formula, copy the calculation, and in some cases that's, more a trade secret. I think we're going to run here. We have Ath, right? Yeah. So, and obviously when you're working on bigger games in the team, or you're using certain licenses, they do not allow you to put those things out usually without some other form of protection or giving up so say, I think a common example I run into that I've seen on the forums lately is fonts. So if you use a font, you're not allowed to redistribute it. Some licenses are kind of common knowledge, or they follow the we have 5 vowels, by the way. That's easy to remember. Hopefully I don't forget. But yeah, some fonts are pretty much near public domain, and a lot of them are actually, they're quote-unquote free, but if you use them in a commercial project, say for like, if World of Horror used it, World of Horror is using Silver, and Silver is its own license, but if you're using anything you find on a font, a website that gives fonts, or say Google Fonts, then they might come with an Apache license. It might come with the Open Text OTL. I keep forgetting what it is, but some of them require you to do more work. It's not as much work. It's kind of more, again, like I said, it's common knowledge, so you're able to use these licenses. But again, you can apply this to things that may be more popular. Say in visual novels, say someone's using. They didn't commission artists, and so they're using commercial-free assets. Certain people have certain terms. Usually that's more common sense too, but again, these are a couple examples. So say if Pantstas instead put black and white and processed a character asset off, I don't know, some website that sells character assets, then they might come with the license. Or if it's a very popular, it's from a very, very popular company or artist, then it may come with, also, I'll talk about this in a moment, it may come with more terms that, doesn't allow the game to be, put out to the public at all. Like, you can't show code, because if you show code, then maybe that means you also shared assets, and that could get developers in trouble. Things of that nature. So I might be taking this, but I also want to take this. The main reason why I keep taking this is because I might be using the Doom. If that's the case, I should be brick grinding more, and the quick thinking is always good. But I'm gonna take Flash. I take Flash. I know a lot of people use Curve 30's Toe to good effect, but I'm taking Flash. So for the purposes of doing this, good. And again, and so what I was saying is about long time ago is not obscuring data for the player. Another example is, say, League. League usually puts its, how damage works out there. There are some things that are beneath the surface, and that's a whole other monster. Nice 11 check, by the way, but I got some good luck earlier, so whatever. But I think I'm actually going to use, we're going to put Brick on. But or other games that may put calculations. So say in an RPG there's a skill and it says strikes the enemy hard. You don't exactly know what that means. You don't know the numbers, and some people might want to know the numbers, but it's not there. Other games might actually put in, strikes the enemy hard, parentheses, attacks that plus 100 damage. Things of that nature. I would more push towards leaving that open for the player. Oh my goodness. I'll prep the brick to throw just in case. Oh, yep, I missed. Hey, I know it was 60-70% chance as I put static out there, but oh goodness, I needed a point in dexterity. Maybe I should have. I wasn't gonna take quick thinking, but I probably should have put a point in dexterity instead. Anywho, so do I want to visit hospital? Yeah, let's visit hospital. I don't know what timeline I'm on, so actually should have. I should actually sell the baseball bat. All things considered. We're on 7th curse, right? Yeah, we are. So I could actually be buying other things, like cigarettes, but I'm not. So let's go brick, just in case we have the boss here. So, but yeah, on obscuring data, things like, and there are other things. Oh, well, so here I'm going to play more fair. I didn't really, well, if you notice, my inventory is bugged again, but also I didn't pick up as many broken bottles or branches, or that's what I think, but we'll see when I look in my storage. But what I was saying is, there are some games that obscure things, like, say, in a strategy or life simulation game, they put in things like hunger or thirst. Those things might be obscured by just saying, like, instead of a value that's shown to the player on the UI, you have to like interact with something and it says the character is hungry, or the character is thirsty, or the character is very thirsty, or the character is starving, the character is well fed, things of that nature. Again, I'm also still more understanding, and I feel like I said for Pantstas, obscuring certain things here and there, or I was understanding, and if I didn't, then I'd like to rectify my stance, because I was probably just talking out of nowhere. But yeah, that's mainly what I was getting into in terms of obscuring mechanics over, coding. Code obfuscation is a very, very messy ground that you can get into. I'm also switched out the break just in case. Yep, and we do have this, so let's take care of this. So I should be able to one-shot this by throwing all 4 bricks. We do have ward, but I can run from everything, so I don't feel as threatened there. Yeah, so we're going to do this and throw the brick and get out. And then obviously I have -1 in the inventory, but yeah, so code obfuscation, especially when a lot of people bring up the point, again, as I've said before, that, oh my goodness, no pages. Do I want to roll on this? Yeah, let's roll on this. You know what? We'll do that, and we'll take dexterity finally. If I had quick thinking in the past, well, no, it still probably would have been worth it, spending 4 Doom to reroll for Toshiaki perk page. Goodness. But, yeah, let me see. Ward, Vigil. Oh, I had the second encounter, too. I forgot what my second encounter was. It wasn't Maru, right? I think I got the other one instead. Well, we'll see if I remember. I've had 6 Doom on my 3rd mystery, so I'm not feeling too threatened. That said, I'm still gonna... Oh, no, I have 2, so I need to take ward now. Anywho, yeah, we took arms second, and, yeah. So we'll put all these on, so we have 12 damage effective, but if we don't run into anything else, I can just run from everything, so... I won't take that out yet. There are events like that, but whatever. But yeah, again, obscuring code for the sake of, keeping your design to yourself, copyright and stuff like that does have its use, as abused as it is in certain cases on the internet, but it's far. What I was trying to put out for the person who I was talking to is that there is a separation. I hope, but they did bring up good points, and I have seen conversations about games that have to don't leave their code open. At the same time, there are also a lot of commercial-free games and commercial games that have their code open, and that again, that's more to the developer's discretion. As my inventory bugs out once more, we'll play fair and keep our max inventory, quote-unquote. I'm doing air quotes in real life at 4. But this is an encounter I'm going to run from, so... We're Toshiaki, we have the power. So, that being said, personally, usually I try to leave things as open to the player as I can in my games. That's why I just... Both in-game and out-of-game, sometimes I like to put documentation out. Other times I don't, and just leave it to the players to make up, their own strategies and whatnot for the few things that I have put out. Most of what I put out are very small things that don't even deserve a guide, so that, yeah. Well, I might as well keep this on me until I can visit my storage again. And we get Athed. We're gonna store this in and take out this broken bottle and keep moving on. Oh yeah, I did give the package to them. That said, I might not even fight this anyway. Yeah, so I could fight it and try to save Doom, but yeah, we're running. So down to 27 in our 4th mystery. 27 Doom on our 4th mystery, but again, anything could happen. So let's hope. If nothing else, we're gonna stock up on bricks here at Found Footage. For the purpose of Vigil later on. So before Vigil, I need to remember to pick up a lot of... to fill my inventory up with at least 2 bricks. That said, I have not gotten a brick in such a long time. 5, 6, 7 Doom for 2 bricks. Cool. Oh, goodness. Let's keep going on. Do I visit this mansion? Yeah, we'll visit this mansion to try to cut down on stuff. If we also find a lock of hair, that would be nice too. But we'll wear this mask if for no other reason than to have more in our inventory to throw at something. And move on. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, usually I put a documentation if I can't fit it all in a game. Most of what I've worked with, I said I worked with... let me actually grab cigarettes here. And I got another brick in the meanwhile. Because I have the money. But usually I try to leave everything in game. So when I work with text-based games or RPG Maker games, I try to find a way to compress it all. At the same time, while not convoluted, but not making things, not bogging the player down with detail. So it's a weird balance, but that said, I can do 6 damage. Do I want to do this fight? I could run. Yeah, we're taking 4 all, we're running. If that was any other fight, maybe, but not that fight. So, moving on. Yeah, for RPG Maker, I would probably, sometimes with documentation, but depending on how big the game is, or how big my games were, it was not absurd to see more than 10-20 pages of text for me trying to help the player in case they wanted more information. It was never a mandatory thing. I never make that mandatory for them to be to make people read a strategy guide and whatnot. At the same time, I keep forgetting. Was I supposed to just take the left one? Well, we're at a high at least we're not doomed, but let's see. We get to level up. Plus the 1 to all stats. So what I want to do is find out if I can do this. If that's so, then I'm going to do this so that I at least have everything at even, so I only have to spend, quote-unquote, 20 Doom. And hopefully we get out of this forest quickly, otherwise I'm visiting all 9 spots, and yeah, that's going to be a bit weird. This is a fight I feel like I should be able to do this on. If nothing else, I'm going to trade stamina here, and hopefully that's a good decision. So the mask is probably not going to do as much. I can choose to... well... Not anymore. Do I get... No, I get... I get 6 damage. I should be able to kill with this, right? Yeah, I should be able to kill here. Then I can pick up my bricks. And hopefully we don't run into another encounter. However, it is entirely possible to run into another encounter. I should have actually picked up another brick. This is the exact amount I need to, this is the exact amount I need to be able to carry the Vigil pamphlet with me. So that we still keep Doom to a minimum. That said, my reason being pounded on right now is not great. So, we're gonna risk Doom, or just get more funds. I wish I would have bought another pack of cigarettes now, but I don't get the chance to do that. So, also I got out in less than 9, so that was, the mansion visits were mansion visits. Again, I could have gotten a lock of hair, but I didn't, so store this, store this, store this, use the pack of cigarettes. This should last me for the entire run. I don't think I forgot if I had Takashi or San or not. But we'll find out. I could also carry the sewing kit with me, but we'll save that. Bath is gone, so we individually go. So as I close out this run, I'm thinking of what I'm going to do right after this. I'm definitely need to do some real life things, but after that, I need to get right back to work, so... And here's the lock of hair that I was looking for. Hopefully this will be the only encounter I run into, unless I'm willing to... A braver man than me would take that gamble. I'm not going to take it, so... otherwise there might have been a more optimal play, but... before we do that, let me trade... I'm gonna trade 2 stamina for 1 reason here, in case weird things happen, before we defeat this encounter. So, and I guess specifically for Vigil, it makes sense that you can't go into your storage because, well, you're not at home right now, or you don't have access to your home. Although you could say, as I do clap clap bow bow, you could say that when you're in the forest for footage and botanist, how can you access your storage? But hey. Specifics though, let's see here. I also did actually record another game. The problem was that that particular game decided not to record correctly when I looked back at it, so I got really sad. And that means that video is never coming out. So oh my goodness, into 1 a.m. we go. Although I am thinking of things. I'm also keeping on the lookout for things that I know I want to get. If you've seen what I've played before, you should be able to get an idea. But there are a lot of sequels coming out. So, as I bumble my words, I also need a drink. I haven't drank anything. I write stuff, by the way. Also, we're gonna run from this. Run from this. Run from this. Thank goodness we're not on Kathak. Although if you are on Kathak 7th Curse, I might have actually bought pocket knives with how much funds I had. Well, we can't run from this, however. So, here we are, trying to fight our best. And I really hope we don't have Takashi-san at the end here. But otherwise, we're just gonna forget this right away. And we are going to be taking quite a lot of Doom damage. So right here, bracing doesn't do anything because... Or, I mean, we probably break even regardless. But since we're losing 4 Doom anyway, we might as well do this. We do get bonus damage, so actually it's in our benefit to do that. That said, how much damage did he take? I think Actually, I think bracing here might... Well, just... yeah, so... I actually need to throw the brick, so we're going to throw the brick. Also, this is not a mansion encounter, but we're at the end here, so I wasn't worried about running into another encounter again, unless, of course, we have Takashi-san, like I said. And I actually want to save this Doom because I may need that Doom, so I don't want to use... Or, maybe I shouldn't have leveled up. You know what? I shouldn't have leveled up. It's too late now, though. What we're going to do for that purpose, we save 5 Doom there, but let me take a look. So both seconds, I'm just going to fail the second encounter, probably. We do have Takashi-san, actually, so whoopsie-doopsie. We do have things in the storage to throw, but maybe I don't want to. Well, it's 15 Doom, but... black hair... You know what, yeah, we can act, well... for Takashi-san, I have cigarettes as well. Cigarette buff with Takashi-san. Well, let's find out. I'm gonna do a weird thing here. It may get me killed, and I'll just accept the loss if that's the case. But we are going to still cast the spell I was planning to cast. So, and we do get to lower Doom by 3. So, oh, you need more because what we can't have 0. Well, I mean, I'm gonna pass a check, so that it's not that much of an issue, but we're gonna do that. Oh, that's right. It cost 5 Doom, so this is actually... So, add 15 Doom to whatever I have right now. I'm sorry about that. Well, it goes to show how I probably didn't notice that, because I would probably... I would use... I normally use Flash. I never messed with Sheb's Surge, and now I know. And if that was hot patched in... if that was hot patched in 84F, well, where I got World of 4, it's not an 84F. So, arms, by the way. And now we can lower Doom again, but I don't think I should have been worried at all. I think I'm pretty good. So, not Dullners. I think Apartment Stalker, actually, because we fought... Soccer Girl was in school, so yeah. Well, I mean, I wasn't certain, but I had a feeling. So, Takashi-san here is going to eat this. I'm at level 5. I think level 5 is 100% accuracy, right? Yeah. So near 100%. I can't even do this. Toshiaki, please. And we should be able to defeat him in quick order. Even with this. Again, not as afraid here. And yeah, if I had 50, even if he had 20 Doom, then I should be surviving here no matter what. And yes, we can use Sheb's Curse, but for the purpose of fairness, I will act as if I have 20% more Doom. Really 15% if we're looking at the effect. But hey, for science, I survived. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.